Hi everyone, it's Danny from Orchid Nature. So, following up on my orchid problem with those yellow spots, I think I may have discovered the culprit, or one of the culprits, or the thing that induced, the outbreak that I have. So, hopefully I will be able to show you. Do you see these yellow spots? If you look closely on them, you will see some red dots. Now these are red spider mites. Now when they're very tiny, they're invisible, but when they get big and fat, you can see them. So I'm guessing I might have an outbreak, and they are munching on the flowers, on the leaves or flower spikes, and they're creating these secondary infections. And the worrying thing is that all of my orchids have them. So I will do some drastic I will take some drastic measures. I will use some products, some things that will kill off or eliminate my bug problem, and hopefully will cure my orchids. Now, I will not use any dangerous or toxic things. I will just go natural. So this is what I want to talk about today. Okay, so here is my hospital balcony, which contains all the sick orchids, or at least the ones that show visible signs of unhealthiness and so on. The things that I do want to separate from the other orchids I have. Mind you, I have pests on all of them. I will treat all of them, but these guys will get a separate treatment, you'll see. Anyway, so I decided to do this video in separate sections because I will talk about different stuff, and I just want to be coherent and don't want to bore you with a 30-minute long video. Okay, so my intentions are to use safe, environmentally safe products or substance that have effects on the elements that I have with my orchids, but will not harm everything around me. So let's kick off with why I don't want to use toxic fungicides, and I do want to do this as a warning for those of you who have similar conditions like I do, enclosed balconies, your homes, everything that is not open door, so you will know the risks. And also, I discovered I do have quite a few young viewers that might actually get the wrong idea of things. So for all of you, I would just like to talk about why I don't think it's safe for me to use toxic fungicides with my orchids, so that you have an idea of my reasons, and maybe these will apply to you and save you from a lot of trouble. And since I am talking about young viewers, I would just like to say hi to Garrett. He's one of my subscribers. He's very young but so passionate about carnivorous plants and orchids. He does have a collection. Anyway, I am just so happy to see very young people being fascinated by orchids and plants in general, having this hobby. It's a wonderful thing to have. It will give you a lot of knowledge for the future, and even though I might not comment on your videos so often, I do watch them. It's just a matter of time with me. So if you guys want to say hello to Garrett, you'll find the link to his YouTube channel in the description and watch his videos. And yeah, I just wanted to say hi to you, Garrett. Hopefully you're watching. Okay, so let's kick off by talking about fungicides. Okay, so fungicides and pesticides and miticides and whatever you can find synthetic at the stores are usually super toxic. And I'll try to make this a bit funny so I don't bore you. Have you ever looked on the label of a fungicide? Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a heart attack. No drugstore medicine has that many warnings. It has more warnings than beneficial stuff and marketing slogans, if you get what I mean. So I did search for some fungicides in the stores that I have here, and I almost fainted. And I'll tell you why. So first off, you will see that it's very dangerous for birds and aquatic life. That's for starters. Then you will see all the protective gear that you should wear while using it. And then you will see the side effects. And the side effects on one of them were something like, if the product gets in touch with your skin, then go and rinse for 15 whole minutes. If you start to feel suffocated or nauseous or stuff like that, call the doctor immediately. That is, if you're still conscious, you know. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to spray 100 orchids in my home, and if by chance I get in contact with the product, I go and rinse 15 minutes. Hopefully I will not get ill to call a doctor. Hopefully I will make it another day to make a video. I am exaggerating, but they are very, very toxic. And I think that in my conditions, in my apartment, these products will not be so safe for me. And I'll tell you why. So first off, if you noticed, my balcony connects 3 of my rooms. So if I spray something in the balcony, everything will get into those rooms. Now in one room, I have a very lazy white dove. And sometimes you can even find humans in my rooms. So I really don't feel comfortable exposing them all to the vapors and, you know, the fumes or whatever I can produce by spraying my orchids in the balcony. So that's not a good idea. Also, my balcony is enclosed and I only have 4 windows that I can open. It's not a proper ventilation. It's not like an open field. So I really don't feel comfortable exposing everybody in my house and especially my pet dove to those harmful things. Now, if I go and spray my orchids in the bathroom, I really don't feel comfortable getting that stuff into the sewer system. I don't know why, I just don't. And also, my bathroom is really small and only has 1 window that is really small as well. So whatever vapors I will produce in my bathtub, they will go up because of the shape of the bathtub and they will get on me and I might inhale them. So that's a no-no as well. There's also the possibility of me spraying the orchids outside the balcony, so over the balcony. But I don't want to get the vapors and drops in my neighbors' balconies. I don't want to expose the pigeons that I feed to that stuff. And also, I don't want to drip fungicide on the people that are walking on the street in front of my block, because they might go bald. Yeah, I cannot do that. And also, I cannot spray 100 orchids in front of my block because it would just be weird. So that's a no-no as well. So all in all, I find that spraying toxic thingies anywhere in my house is dangerous, possibly very dangerous for me, for everybody around me. So if I messed up with my orchids, they're gonna go downhill alone. I don't want to expose anything living around me to that toxic thing and possibly harm them. So that's a thing to keep in mind if you live in an enclosed area like I do, like an apartment. If you have a house, if you have a garden, you might be safer, but I don't think it's a good idea to expose your garden to those things because your garden contains different wildlife as well, bees and small lizards and all of that. And also birds, if you feed birds. So I really don't think it's a good idea to use it in your garden either. If you have an open field, that might work, but you just have to have a very good protective gear. If you're very young, I suggest you don't do it at all, because you never know. So yeah, that is the main issue that I have with fungicides and toxic things, and I really wish you take it into account because I don't want to give you the wrong idea of you can use this, it's safe, it's gonna cure your orchids, and not tell you about the possible side effects and the dangers. So call me crazy, I might be crazy and over exaggerate stuff, but I would rather be safe. But luckily for us, there are a whole bunch of natural and safe stuff that we can use with orchids and plants in general. So I decided to go all eco, but I will make a different video for all the things that I will use with my orchids, and hopefully they will work. So first off, I discovered that I do have a lot of bugs, and I will try to treat them with neem oil. So the next video will be about what I will use with orchids, what I'll use it for, what's it good for, and then I will do the videos on how to prepare them and spray them, and along the way we'll see the results. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it wasn't boring. Just be very careful with toxic things. They are just so freely sold that it scares me really. So yeah, just read the label, assess your environment, that's crucial, assess your environment. And if you have pets, if you have a lot of people in the house, maybe the house is small or you don't have any possibility to go outside, better not use them. Don't endanger your life for a plant. I know it sounds bad, I know we all love orchids, but they're not worth your health, the life of your pets and your loved ones. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell you. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, in which I will explain all these stuff. And if you have questions for me, just leave me a comment. Visit orchidnature.com for our forum and our community. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see what happens next. I'll see you next time. Bye.